All right, so what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how to grind a lathe tool. All right, this is a wooden version of what a lathe tool kind of looks like. Um, a couple, well, and let me start off by saying that you cut with the tool on the tip right there, the tip of the tool. All right, and looking at it from the side, you'll be cutting across this way. This is called a left-handed cutting tool, meaning you cut to the left. All right, and which is the most common type of cutting tool. All right, and as you're cutting, you basically want to be at the middle of the rod that you're cutting, or maybe a slightly lower. It's better to be lower than too high. If you're too high, then what's going to happen is, you know, here going to an extreme, you're just going to be rubbing on the side of the tool rather than actually cutting it. All right, so anyways, yeah, that's kind of just gives you an idea of how you're actually going to be cutting across. All right, now when you go to make the lathe tool, all right, this kind of shows you what the angles are going to be. This is going to be at an 85-degree angle, and what the 85-degree angle, just it, as you're cutting, it basically is going to allow you to come in at a right angle and not be rubbing here. Okay, it only the tip is where you cut. You're not going to be cutting along the entire side, so this is definitely what you don't want. All right, you have a slight little gap there. All right, this is an exaggeration, but there's a slight little gap between the rod and your tool. All right, and that 85-degree angle basically allows you to be at a right angle with the rod. Okay, the way that you're going to do this is you're going to take this little tool here. These have a couple angles. One, this is an 85-degree angle. This is a 60-degree angle, and this is a 105-degree angle. You're going to take the tool. All right, and I would probably make, because of the way it's shaped, I would make this the top, because if you can see the similarity, we want that slope inward on the front, and that already kind of has that slope. So I'd probably make this the top, and what I'm going to do is draw that 85-degree angle. When I'm drawing that 85-degree angle, I want to make that tip about 2/3 of the way over. All right, and this guy here, this line here, should be about that side should be about twice as long as this side here. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my tool here, and I'm going to try to hold this while I'm drawing. This is kind of challenging. All right, but I'm going to draw about like so. I'm doing this, trying to hold it here. Let me set it down for a moment. And the lines that we're drawing, this marker's not great. The lines that I'm drawing are just guides. The lines will go away eventually, but okay, and there we go. That's what I'm going to be using for the guide. You want to make the tip kind of come to the edge there, so you don't have to do as much grinding. All right, when I grind it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind away this first here. So the first cut will kind of look like this. I don't know what happened to the angle here. I think I made this side a little too long, but you're going to grind away this side first, and then you'll grind away this second. All right, and when you get done, it'll kind of look like that. All right, again, this angle here is an 85-degree angle. This angle comes in about 15 degrees or so. This is called the relief. All right, what the relief does is as you're cutting, it basically ensures that you're not going to be rubbing on the rod. Okay, if I was just using this as a cutting tool, we would be getting the side rubbing on the rod, and it would make a very high-pitched, annoying, squealing noise that's not pleasant to listen to. All right, so that relief basically gives the tool some relief and your ears some relief from the noise it would make. All right. On the top here we have what's called the rake, and the rake is kind of like a chute for the metal chips or whatever you're cutting. The chutes are going to exit out the rake that way. Okay, so as we're cutting, the chips are going to kind of flow back out where the rake is directed towards. All right. The rake is cut last, so once you do the two sides, you got the two reliefs on there. All right, then you go on the top and make the rake. All right, and I'm going to stop the video for now, and we'll take the camera over to the bench grinder and start grinding some metal.